Yes, this is the list of questions that AALAWuN are going to ask various members of the what is called the AA community, or the crew of the mothership. They could be they're quite banal questions, on the theory that banal questions elicit the most interesting answers. Question 1. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Roberta Jenkins, otherwise known as Bertie, but not at the AA, but I'll give you that one today. And I'm from London.
2.
How long have you worked at the AA, and where were you before?
I think the man's coming with his dogs, just to let you know. I just heard him. That would be quite a good background thing. What was the question? Go on.
How long have you worked at the AA? Where were you before?
30 million years. I can't remember. Before what was I doing? I worked for a chef. But before that I worked for Thomas Heatherwick. And before that I worked for Hopkins Architects. And before that I lived in Japan. And that's mysterious. We'll leave that there. Hiya.
Mothership.
Send it in.
Too busy?
Mothership.
Don't know?
Send it in.
Got questions?
Mothership.
3. What is your role at the AA and title? Does your role fulfill your expectations?
Well, let's go backwards with those questions. Currently, no, because I'm devoid of someone to assist. But I don't know. My job. You want my job title? I don't really know. I've always disliked this question. I've always found it. I'm not a PA. I'm not very good at that kind of tippity-tappity secretary stuff. I guess I'm an assistant to the director, a kind of sweeper-upper. Some people call it an EA, which is even worse, which is an executive assistant. I think that's dreadful. Executive is such an awful word anyway. So yeah, I manage the director's office, except there isn't a director. Have we got all the questions there?
4. What is your educational background and why are you at the AA?
Well, I'm at the AA by accident. My educational background is I got a degree in art history and archaeology at Manchester University, and then I went to live in Japan and did all these things, and then I was not working, and an agency called me and said, could you cover at the AA because there's a guy going off on sick leave, and that was Philip, who used to be Brett's assistant, and I went and I took over from Philip whilst he had a back operation, and then stayed.
So, on average, what percentages would you approximate your work-life split is at the present?
At present,
Yeah.
that's quite tricky. I'd like to say, I don't know, 40, 60, with more being my life. I think it probably is, although when you're working at home and you've got children around, it's an impossibility to try and, I'll end up working till 6, 7, 8, 9, or keep doing bits throughout the day because they where they've been at home with me, it's almost impossible unless you put them in front of a movie constantly, which even that won't keep them quiet. They want your attention. But I do try and make sure, come Friday, Saturday, I just switch off and then I hit the bottle, really, and put a film on for the kids, so nothing really changes.
We've done that all during lockdown. Okay, so who do you think is the most famous person in the world? And if you had 1 minute to speak to the whole world, what would you say?
The most famous person in the whole world? David Green.
Now you're just sucking up.
It's got to be Donald Trump, hasn't it? Really. I think if I was going to give an honest answer, but that kind of makes me wince and like when yeah. And if I could speak to the whole world, what would I say? Oh, I'm not very good at this kind of thing. I probably would say all the wrong things. I'd probably giggle and then make a joke about a fart and then like talk about dinner and then realise my time is up and I've completely fucked it. So that's probably what would happen.
Mothership.
Yeah.
Send it in.
Too busy.
Mothership. Mothership.
The new Fun Palace, a home for lawn on holiday. A summer resort, if you like, filled with various machines to alter the mind. The palace will be ever expanding as the machines dictate through the minds of the inhabitants until the ocean takes it back. A theatrical, contemporary Atlantis. Contributions from Roberta Jenkins and Byron Blakeley.
Oh, David Green. One of those sort of like, yeah, things, something that comes out of his box when he's doing his archives. Or Patty.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not an architect.
No, but you could still do lovely drawings. You could draw me a flower I could live in, or a shoe. That's it. You could design me a great shoe. Between you and David, a really good shoe, and I could be the old woman that lives in a shoe with my children, because that would be probably better than this.
8. What do you think of the AA as a mothership?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, when you say that, I always think of the buildings in Bedford Square just slowly inflating and going up into the air and just, yeah. Yeah, it's always going to be the mothership. I can't forget that building. I'm desperate to get back into it. I think we all are. And as long as we keep that in our minds, we're going to be able to function as an online entity for as long as we need to, I suppose.
9. A motto from Black Mountain College was leap before you look. Do you think this is good advice for you and the AA right now?
Leap before you look. Absolutely. Always. Not even just right now, but always. That's such a good... that's the kind that I might actually note that down and hammer it into Ernest and Rudy, because actually that's how I try and bring my kids up. Leap before you look. Have a go. Because you're never going to do anything wildly interesting unless you do, are you really? If you overthink things... Is there anything else I want to say? I think we've said quite a lot, because we've been chatting for quite some time, haven't we, outside of this? So I think I've said many of the things I wanted to say, and I've said them to you and Eddie. But what else could I say? I miss everybody, and I miss the AA, and I really can't wait to journey back in again.
We miss you too.
Yeah. I'm only here. Here. And I just don't think it'll be too long before we manage to all be back in the place where no one goes. I'm off now. See you later. I'm going to go into my mansion there. Get my servant to close the door.
AALAWuN. Mothership AA requests dispatches from its globally dispersed family of searchers for truth and beauty. Films, words, sounds, sketches, images, whatever communicates. They will be used to construct an ongoing manifest on the screens and walls of your London harbour. Send to lawunmothership@gmail.com. Lawn Mothership, 36 Bedford Square, WC1B3ES.